Chet, what's gone so well with the offense here over the last few weeks? It just seems like you guys are really humming right now.
Yeah, just continue to trust each other, trust what works, and then also not be uptight about making mistakes. Understanding that in order to grow, you have to try new things, be in uncomfortable situations as a team, and then talk through those things and get better at them. And that's what we've been trying to do.
You spent a lot of your time, obviously, at the four so far this season. Just what's gone into generating such a strong rhythm for yourself offensively?
Just trusting the work that I put in the summer. Trusting what the coaches are telling me. The spots they're trying to put me in to be aggressive and make the right plays, and then just going out there and doing it, being confident in it. Not over stressing the mistakes, but also understanding that at the end of the day, it's all about execution, finishing plays, making plays, and trying to do that at a high level.
You were already a versatile player. Was it much of an adjustment to kind of get your mind wrapped around playing more four this year?
I don't think that it was an adjustment getting my mind wrapped around it. It was an adjustment, working on the skills that I knew I needed in order to be effective at that spot. And, I still have a long ways to go. I think I can be a lot better, a lot more effective, a lot more versatile in that position. But I just continue to work, try to get better and be effective in as many spots on the floor as I can.
How does the game change for you with J-Dub being out and you being more of really that second option next to Shea?
Yeah, I never try to focus on, who's out of the lineup, who's in the lineup. I just try to focus on where I need to be on the floor and, being ready to make plays when the opportunity presents itself. We can't wait to have Dub back. He's a hell of a player, but, at the end of the day, whether he's in or out of the lineup, I'm just trying to play winning basketball.
Being at the four, you've been able to capitalize on, those matchups against shorter opponents. You've had more mid-range shot attempts this season, shot them efficiently. Can you kind of just speak about, your focus or your approach on that area of the floor?
Yeah, just trying to expand, my repertoire of what I can do out there on the floor. Give our team more options as well based on how we're being guarded, how I'm being guarded, what we're seeing from the other team, and being able to capitalize on, no matter what coverage we see.
This last game was the first one back for Lou. 3 points on the stat sheet, but also leading the team in plus minus. Yeah,
he was a monster that last game. He has a million things that don't show up on the stat sheet. The plays, the actions he blows up, the physicality he plays with, the duress he puts opponents under, and the box score watchers will never see it, but it's invaluable to us.
Thunder here in New Orleans wrapping up a 2-game road swing to take on the Pelicans. I've got Brooks Barnhizer, the rookie, here alongside me. Brooks, we'll talk about this matchup with the Pelicans in just a minute, but I got to ask you how it feels coming off a stretch last week where you played 4 games in 3 days with the Thunder, with the OKC Blue, and what that is like for you to kind of go back and forth. You're getting different types of minutes, different types of opportunities. Just can you describe what that's like?
Yeah, I think it's really good for guys, especially for us being first-year guys. It's just, being able to kind of come up here. And I think I've talked about it before, but having, short, stints of just, kind of bursts of minutes with, the main guys and kind of learning through that. But then taking it to the Blue and really going out there and, really getting good bump in, getting to run up and down a little bit, kind of learning through mistakes down there as well. It's been a really good opportunity. And, for us, the main thing is we just need to play. And the Blue's a great source for us to just go do that and to, be like a leader on that team and try to go down there and get wins and then bring what we've learned from down there up to the main team. So it was a great experience.
There's all that mental and physical kind of execution that goes into it too, but you had to get your body primed and ready to be able to actually go do that. Tell me about that process and maybe the resources you had at your disposal during those 3 days to be able to play 4 games.
Yeah, for sure. This organization does a great job. From TK, Toby, all of our trainers and stuff, just being there whenever we need, just checking up on us, even when we do feel okay, just making sure that, we're checking all the boxes and kind of crossing our T's, dotting our I's, making sure that we're ready to go. So they do a great job, and that's just really what it was, staying in the training room and, getting in the cold tub whenever you can and then just going out there and competing.
You're a few months into things here, and I just wonder, you're talking about the different experiences of playing with the Blue versus the Thunder. You had such a great career at Northwestern. Tell me about maybe how you're playing here compared to how you were playing in college, and if there's any similarities or there's some things that you've had to do differently at this level.
Yeah, I think the one cool thing that is really I've been able to kind of try to bring here is just the defensive instincts that I got to kind of play with in Northwestern. I think that it's really cool when I can kind of set in and kind of learn how we play defense and starting to like kind of pick and choose when to kind of really be aggressive, when to not be, when to be more solid. So I really had to learn that, but it's really been cool because I think I've become a more solid defender, and I'm going to grow with experiences, whether it's 1 minute or 10 minutes on the court. I think that I'll keep growing through there. So I'm starting to slow down and get a little more comfortable. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of doing the little things. I think that's how I got on the court at Northwestern, and that's how I'm trying to get on the court here. So it's been really cool to just kind of see how, at the end of the day, it is just basketball, and then a lot of, good things align if you do right by the game.
You had an important opportunity in Charlotte a couple nights ago, potentially going to have another one here against a New Orleans team that's in a very similar situation in terms of really leaning on young guys, leaning on rookies. What's your perspective in terms of what you guys can carry over from the Charlotte game here tonight?
Yeah, I think AC does a really good job talking about it, but really just definitely look at the opponent with scouting and what we need to do to win, but also just kind of looking at us it's the last game of a road trip, kind of a 2-game road trip, and we want to get this one. I think every game is just important, like any opponent. So it's really going out here and just being true to our principles and trying to just keep that high energy going, and hopefully get one tonight. And I mean, they have a lot of really good players, like you said, leaning on the rookies, a lot of new personnel, so we have to really lock in on that, but just go out there and be us and get another win.
They also have some great point of attack guys. You think about Zion Williamson and Trey Murphy's guys that can play on the outside and on the inside. Tell me about just maybe the attitude that you guys need to have defensively coming into this matchup tonight with this team.
Yeah, definitely being really just attentive. They have a lot of guys that kind of do different things, whether it be kind of like bully ball, like Zion or like Trey Murphy, guys that can really shoot, hot shooters, like you said. So really just knowing your matchup and then just sticking true to our principles, like what we just walked over, and can't really, with the ebbs and the flow of the game, just kind of staying true to who we are. But I think if we do that and just, kind of come, prepared to play, we should be in a good spot. But now we got to go do it.
Yep. Thank you so much for the insight. Good luck out there tonight.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
All right, that's Brooke Barnhizer. I'm Nick Gallo, and this is Thunder Basketball.